Of introduction, topic of presentation is introduction of enzymes and the characteristics of enzymes. First we will talk about the introduction of enzymes. What are enzymes? Enzymes are basically biological catalysts and increase the efficiency of biological reactions. Enzymes are basically proteins in nature, and they are made up of many enzymes, many amino acids, and amino acids join together and form proteins. And there are different types of proteins present in enzymes. Basically enzymes are biological catalysts. There are many catalysts which are working, and the main character of enzyme is that to enhance the biological reactions. And without enzymes, biological reactions, they are taking place at slow speed, but with the help of enzymes they are taking place at high speed and can be taken easily. First we talk about the structure of enzymes. Enzymes are basically composed of hundreds of amino acids which join together and form a long chain, and this chain will coil together and form a globular structure. And this is a structure of amino acids, and these are amino acids which are combined together and form a long chain, and then this chain fold up and form a globular structure, globule. And enzymes are globule in nature. There are three main parts of enzymes. First is the active sites. Active site is a site at which substrates react with enzymes, and then enzyme convert this substrate into products. And this is basically a complete structure of enzymes, a rough or a model structure of enzymes. And this is an enzyme, and this is a catalytic sites, are also called as active site. And this is a substrate is a molecule which react with enzymes, and enzyme then convert this into a product. Substrate is a molecule to which enzymes act and convert into a product. And this is a small picture of enzyme reactions, how enzymes work and convert substrate into product. This is a enzymes, and then this substrate react with enzyme at active sites, bind with active site, and then this substrate enzyme complex is formed, and then this enzyme convert the substrate into products, and then enzyme reuse again, and the cycle is continue. And next we talk about the cofactor. What are the cofactors? Enzymes react with the substrate and convert into product and enhance the catalytic activity and speed up the chemical reactions. Sometimes enzymes require some non-protein part. Basically enzymes are proteins in nature, but sometimes they take up non-protein part, and this non-protein part of enzymes which enzyme required for its proper function, and this non-protein part is called a cofactor. There are basically three main parts which cofactor acts for enzymes. Cofactor, first it acts as a bridge. It acts as a bridge between enzyme and a substrate. And then the next part of cofactor which is contributes to the enzyme activity is it contributes directly to chemical reactions, and it is a source of energy. First we talk about that enzymes enhance chemical reaction speed. How they enhance chemical reaction speed? By providing chemical energy. And how, from where they take this energy? They take this energy from the cofactor. Cofactor provide energy to enzymes, and then enzyme speed up the chemical reactions. The next is activator. Cofactor cofactors are non-protein parts, and this non-protein part may be any metal, non-metal, and maybe some other things. If this non-protein part or a cofactor is a metal, then this is called an activator. And this activator may be atoms which enzymes use as a cofactor, maybe magnesium, maybe iron, maybe copper. And then there is a type of the cofactor. There are basically two main types of the cofactor. First is the prosthetic group, and prosthetic group is if the non-protein part, enzymes are in protein part and cofactor are non-protein part, and if this non-protein part join with the enzyme or protein part covalently, highly tightly bind with the enzyme, then this cofactor is called a prosthetic group. And if this non-protein part attached to enzyme loosely attached or weakly attached, then this is called a coenzyme. Prosthetic group are the covalently bonded non-protein part of enzyme is called prosthetic group, and loosely attached non-protein part of enzyme is called a coenzymes. And next we talk about the two main other type of the terms which are described in this chapter. First is the apoenzymes. Apoenzymes, if the coenzyme or prosthetic group, these are the two main types of the enzymes or a cofactor, and if these two coenzymes and a prosthetic group remove from enzyme, then this enzyme is called a apoenzyme. And the next is the holoenzyme, and if these detached restored enzyme, if enzyme is restored by adding its correct portion amount of the coenzyme, then this activated enzyme is called a holoenzyme. Now we talk about where these enzymes are present in body or in a cell. They may be dissolved in cytoplasm. For example, enzymes for the metabolic activity for living organisms which are used for their reproduction, they are present in the cytoplasm, and they may be attached with cellular organelles and may be at the site of the production. Sometimes enzymes where they are produced, they act at the other side, but they may be present, they may be act at the site where they are produced. And the photosynthetic enzymes are present in chloroplast, and the enzymes which are involved in the protein synthesis, they are present in ribosomes, and the respiratory enzymes are present in the mitochondria. And there are the many characteristics of enzyme which we talk about. First is that all enzymes are protein in nature. This is the main property or the main character of enzyme, that all enzymes are protein in nature. And the second property of the enzyme or the second character of an enzyme, that they increase the rate of reaction without being used itself, which means that in any chemical reaction in which enzymes are involved, enzymes, they are reused again and again. For example, we take the example of yogurt. We take small amount of a yogurt to form yogurt, and we add milk into it, and then we take this small amount of yogurt back, and this is an enzyme which we use again and again. Enzymes, they increase chemical activity, rate of the reaction, but they can't use itself in a reaction, they remain as it. The next property, that their presence does not affect the nature of end product. For example, if chemical reaction take place without enzyme, then the product is same, and if it take place with enzyme, then the enzyme is the same. There is no change in the chemical activity or any nature of the product if enzyme present or not present. The only work that enzyme take place in a reaction is that they increase the rate of the reaction. For next property is that there is required a very small amount of reaction of enzyme to increase the rate of reaction. And the next property, that each reaction take place with a specific enzymes. For example, specific reaction take place in the presence of specific enzyme. For example, enzymes which are taking place which are involved in the protein synthesis, they are the proteases. Lipases, they are involved in the lipid synthesis. Different enzymes are specific enzyme for the specific reaction. Next property, that enzymes are sensitive. Enzymes which are involved in a chemical reaction, they are sensitive. If we change the temperature of reaction, that enzyme change their activity, and if we change the pH of the reaction, then enzyme also change their activity, and if the substrate concentration is also changed, then enzymes also change their activity. The last one property of the enzyme is that they lower the activation or energy of the enzyme. The main property of enzyme is that they increase the rate of reaction. The reaction which are taking place without enzymes, the rate of the reaction which are taking place without enzyme is very high, but if we add enzyme in a chemical reaction, then the rate of the reaction is low. Why? Because enzymes, they lower the activation energy of the enzyme. And the last one and the most important property, that enzymes requires cofactor for proper functionings. All enzymes requires cofactor for proper function. And these are all about the characteristics of enzymes and the nature of enzymes and the structure of the enzyme. I hope you get something from my video. Thank you very much, and if you like, then